If you like this content, don't forget to subscribe. Let's reach 1,000 together. The backyard smelled of grilled meat and sunscreen. Kids ran around with sparklers, even though the sun hadn't fully set. Family voices overlapped with the soft hum of music from someone's phone. I had attended enough gatherings here to know the pattern. A little laughter, a sideways glance, a quiet comment that somehow became everyone's truth. Today was no different. My younger brother, Ryan, leaned against the picnic table, arms crossed, wearing that smug grin that always made me feel small. "You'll probably ruin your whole life," he said, loud enough for several relatives to turn and chuckle. My parents smiled, not at me, not with encouragement, but with approval. The kind that creeps in without acknowledgement. "Being homeless suits you," my mother added. I felt the familiar tightening in my chest, that mix of frustration and resignation. But instead of arguing, I let my gaze drift past them, toward the lawn, toward the curling smoke from the grill. For years, I had quietly covered their mistakes, co-signing loans, paying insurance, helping with property taxes, things they never thanked me for. I said softly, "Just send a message," and turned away. No yelling, no arguing, no justification. I simply left. Walking to my car, a calm settled over me that surprised even me. Ryan shouted something, trying to follow, but no one else moved. Their silence hung in the air, thick with disbelief. I didn't look back. The evening passed quietly. I parked at a nearby cafe, ordered a coffee, and let the cool air ease the tension. For the first time in years, I noticed a small lightness in my chest, a relief not from triumph, but from detachment. The next day, my phone buzzed incessantly. 20 missed calls, almost all from family. I let them ring a moment before answering the first. "Hey, Ryan, what's going on?" I asked casually. His voice cracked, panicked. You did it." I stayed silent, letting him speak. The bank, the house refinancing, you didn't renew." "Yes," I said simply. A long pause followed. I could hear my parents in the background, urgent whispers, panic creeping into every syllable. Their unspoken assumption that I would quietly handle everything again had collided with reality. "The documents, the payments, what do we do?" Ryan's voice trembled. I stayed calm. Not out of cruelty, not for revenge, but because for years my involvement had been taken for granted. Tonight, that assumption ended. "Check your email," I said. "Everything has been updated. Any future requests will need formal acknowledgement. No exceptions." Ryan swallowed audibly. You're serious?" "I am," I said. "I've done enough quietly. The rest is yours to manage." One by one, the calls stopped. My parents' frantic whispers faded into silence. No shouting, no confrontation, just the unavoidable realization that the systems I had maintained for years were now beyond reach without my explicit consent. I sat back, phone in hand. Relief mixed with a strange weight. My family had always measured my presence as something they could take for granted. Tonight, that measure shifted. I didn't gloat. I didn't dwell on their panic. I simply let it exist. Their scramble wasn't my doing, it was the natural consequence of their assumptions. For the first time in years, I felt untethered. My support had limits, and those limits had boundaries that could no longer be crossed without acknowledgement. I went for a walk, watching the sun rise over quiet streets. Children played in yards. Neighbors waved to each other. Life moved on, indifferent to entitlement and expectation. And I realized something simple but profound. I could step away from the drama, enforce boundaries silently, and finally be seen, not through humiliation or confrontation, but through the calm assertion of what had always been mine to control. For once, my absence spoke louder than words. And that was enough.